It up on the great timing. This is going perfectly well. We got the timer on it, so we're going to be forward and upfront and honest with you guys.
Yeah.
We're getting it together.
We know everybody attention span is a little short these days, so
Right.
we're trying to help everybody out. So
Yeah, it
just
is
bear
what
with
it
us.
is.
Let's rock.
Okay, so next thing, filling out the waivers, eyes and ears, which you'll hear that, targets, ammo, preparing to enter the range. Okay, so you come in, you're fully compliant, and we say that not to meaning that you a bitch or anything like that. You just following the rules.
You're
Okay.
just trying to make the transaction as smooth as possible.
Right.
Most ranges you go in, if it's your first time, they're gonna make you watch a short video. Other ranges, they'll make you fill out a waiver, right?
Right.
They're gonna the typical things. How many shooters?
Read the waiver.
Yeah, read the
fucking
That's
waiver.
important,
Because
right?
I'm telling you right now, you're signing your fucking life away.
But I wouldn't say that, right?
Well,
There's rules in the waiver,
Right.
that you should follow.
Yeah,
Right.
but
So pay attention.
I don't mean it like it's a death situation,
Right.
but you are liable for everything that you do.
Yeah.
And the waiver is making sure that the gun store or range covers themselves.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
we don't know what your negligence is. You might
Right.
be an experienced shooter. I've seen experienced shooters shoot their fucking finger off.
Yeah.
I've seen experienced shooters have a mishap, a misfire. Right, not pull their finger out the trigger, or I've seen them pull a magazine out thinking it was empty. Say, hey, check this trigger out, and point it down range, and it go off.
And more importantly, when you read the waiver, in the waiver, it has our bylaws for that particular shopping in, right? So that way, if you're in the range and you're doing what you're not supposed to do, and we bring it to your attention, we have the right to remove you from the range. And because you signed a waiver stating that you understood the law and the rules of our store, you don't really have a leg to stand on if we try to put you out. So,
Right.
There you go.
Okay, so if you get there, you get to the counter. Most indoor ranges have a rental booth where you can rent guns.
Yeah.
Bullseye's got a great selection of rental guns there that you can try out.
Pistol and rifle.
And we talked about that in episode 1 about you renting guns and trying them out before you buy.
Absolutely.
For $10, $12, $20 or whatever it is, go on the range, buy you $20 worth of ammo, go shoot it, make sure you like it. Most ranges, I think, you guys do a good job of being able to swap the weapon out, see what you want.
Absolutely.
Some ranges don't do that.
Correct.
Right.
And if you do, you have to repay.
Right,
for
every firearm. But listen, if you're I want to say wise, but I guess if you're wise, talk to the guys behind the counter and say, look, I am definitely looking to make a purchase today, but I need to figure out what I need. So hey, if I buy say they charge $10 per firearm, if I'm telling you and committing to buying a firearm today, can I take and try these 3 out? These are the 3 that I want to try.
Correct.
I pay 1 rental fee. Boom. If I don't buy the weapon, I'll pay the rental fee for all 3.
Yeah. Well, I know every store has different rules. I know our shop, Bullseye Indoor Range and Gun Shop in downtown Lawrenceville, Georgia. When you come to rent a firearm from us, firearm rental is $10 plus the price of ammo. You have to purchase our ammo. But we allow you to swap as many times as you want. Pistol, rifle, and you're only paying that $10 one time. And if you decide to buy a firearm after you've rented these firearms, we don't charge you for the firearm rental or range time.
Oh, see, that's beautiful right there.
Yeah, so we try to take care of the people.
221 West Krogan Street, Lawrenceville, Georgia, 30045?
30046.
46. Yeah. Okay, so that's your plug, Jeremy.
That's a plug.
Yeah. That's your plug, Jeremy. We expect something out of that. We're not fucking assholes. Eyes and ears. So when they say, do you have eyes and ears, that means do you have ear protection and do you have safety glasses? Okay. At Bullseye, it's simple. Like, what is it? $2 for the
$2 for the eye rental. Well, eyes purchase because you're keeping them.
Purchase, you keep
50 cents for the ear rental.
50 cents for the ear rental. Okay. You got to clean your ears out, wax and get the wax off of that shit. And be courteous because they have to clean them and other people have to use them. So that's
if you plan on visiting the range a lot, purchase your own.
Electronic. We talked about that. I think in the last episode, electronic versus passive.
Yeah. If it's the range visit once then I understand you're renting. But if you're gonna visit the range multiple times, purchase your own. It's easier, it's cheaper,
right?
And you don't have to worry about the last person who won. Even though we typically everything gets sprayed down and wiped down.
Okay. Targets and ammo. You don't need to be shooting hollow points. JHPs, jacketed hollow point, is what they'll say on the box. You don't need to. Well, I advise that you do shoot your defensive round that you plan on using.
Well, that's a caveat.
But
if you're new to the range,
target.
if you're new to the range, you're just practicing. You don't need jacket. And hollow
FMJs
points.
is what
full
they're
metal
called.
jacket.
So some people will ask you, do you need FMJs or JHPs, right? And FMJ is?
Full metal jacket.
And JHP is?
Jacket and hollow points.
Okay, JHP is for?
Self-defense.
And FMJ is for?
Target practice, but you can use them in self-defense if you had to.
Okay, and we'll get into that.
Yeah,
because
that's
episode,
yeah, absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Of what the difference is between FMJ, JHP, and ballistically.
Because I'm sure up in the northern states, more people have died from jacket and hollow points. I mean,
from
metal
FMJ, because that's the cheapest shit.
And that's the closest thing we possibly could get up.
Right.
North, so.
Right. Okay. So So preparing to enter the range, I see it as a consumer all the time, and I hang out at the store. I'm like an intern, I guess. Basically, I help out.
I don't know if it's like you like one of the guys. Like
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I just try to help out because I know what it is. I know the struggle. Coming up in a family-owned business, I started from the absolute rock bottom and sweeping up and doing the bullshit to running full crews of 30, 40 people, right? So I understand the plight at the bottom, and I know it get busy. I know what it is. I know what it is as a business owner. So you won't find none of my employees, over a couple 300 employees that we had over 40 years, you will not find one of them that didn't say that me and my dad didn't get in there and got hands on.
Yeah.
Right. Period.
That's a sign of a
we
true leader.
we lead by example.
That's it.
Right. So
That's me.
And if I can do it, you can do it type
That's
shit.
it.
And if you can do it, I can do it.
And you don't have no excuse to not do it, because here I am being your superior, not superior in life, but your hierarchy. And
Right.
you see me knees deep in the mud.
You're more willing to get into it.
There you go.
And then I don't want to do it. You ain't doing it.
There you go.
You see everybody. So
Absolutely.
and that's a quick tangent.
Yeah.
We go on those all the time. Fuck it. It is
Right.
what it is. Okay.
And we really
Preparing to enter the range, and that's what I started out with. I see it all the time. Is that they go in there, they got the eyes and ears in their hands, and they fixing to walk through the door.
Yeah.
You will lose your fucking hearing. Let me say it like that because it's important.
Yeah.
Like that. You think it's okay? Oh, I was out shooting outside with my parents at the farm and shit like that. The sound and the shockwave from the sound, right? And when you're outdoors,
it's different from
when it's trapped enclosed and you're in a brick and mortar
soundproof.
Right. You're in a soundproof brick and mortar place. It is concussive.
And you got little two shoot over here with a Draco.
Well, yeah, or somebody with a pistol with
the AR pistol next to you
with the comp,
and then you got somebody with some slugs, shotgun with some slugs. So yeah, it get real loud in there.
With the brake on it,
yeah.
right? When I said comp, but that's for the pistol. But with the brake on it,
yeah.
And the brake is concussing sideways into the next bay. So if you don't have your ears on, we understand eyes until you get into the bay, but get your ears on.
And most of the time, anyway, we pay attention. So put your eyes and your ears on before you go. And we during the interaction of you signing into the range, we kind of say that anyway. Hey, get your eyes and your ears on before you enter the range. So,
most gun ranges, just so you know, I think I throw this in here. Excuse me. Most gun ranges have a double door set.
No.
Please allow one door to close
before you open it.
Before you open the other one, because and you think, oh my God, what's the big deal? Okay, so what happens is when both doors are open, the concussion and the sound from the shot sounds like a real live fire shot in the shop while people are shopping.
Correct.
Right? So it kind of startles certain people, especially new gun owners, especially potential gun owners that don't.
I mean, anybody in there that got a firearm is startled, right? Because you don't know
if it's here.
Unless you're used to it, right? So I've been at Bullseye for some years now, right?
Right.
So I'm kind of used to. I know the difference between a shot when both doors open versus a shot that's right next to me. But still, it sounds like it's in the shop. So everybody prone to grab their firearm, making sure everything is safe. So
that's correct.
Close one door, and before you open the second door, it's simple. It's simple rules, guys.
Okay, so I think we got enough time that we can go into the next set, which is asking questions regarding firearms with slang or no specific knowledge of what is needed. And we keep continually touching on this.
Yeah, but that's
clips versus magazines.
Beams versus laser.
The 5.56 chopper with the monkey nuts.
Shout out to the.
Give it to him. Give it to him right now.
Right, so this was birthed because
I listen. Let me preface this real quick for you. I got shirts made for us for this because it was the funniest story in the world that Chuck told me about it when the old guy came in, right? But I did it wrong, and he's going to explain it. But the shirt is close, but it's not there. We're going to get new shirts. It's going to be merch out. Yeah. We're gonna put it out as merch because I think it's
funny.
It's funny,
but it's not funny.
But it's not funny. I think there's a lesson learned in it.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
So
and I think we may do the shirt in the front and then do the right way on the back.
No, we're gonna do the right way on the front, and we're gonna put the chopper with the 5.56.
Okay, on the back. Hey, guess what? You know what? Brainstorm.
We're gonna figure it out. But
We'll
listen,
figure it out.
so
Okay.
this is the story behind it, though.
Yeah,
so we had an older gentleman, right, who you wouldn't expect, right, to come in the store.
What would you say? Age range?
Oh man, he probably was in his 50s.
50s
Right.
to 60s.
Yeah,
Okay. Right.
but he kind of looked a little. The way he came across, it was a little like pimpish, like he's on his pimp shit. Like
Pimpin'
yeah,
Ken.
a little small. Yeah,
Pimpin' Ken is not your
so
friend.
he comes up to me in another coworker, and he said, smooth like this. He said, "Hey man, do you guys got that chopper 5.6 with the monkey nuts?" So now my counterpart, he's I hate to say it, but he's white. He don't know what the hell going on. I'm from the hood, so I know what monkey nuts means. So we both looking like, did he really just say that? Mm-hmm. This is a grown ass man, by the way. Chopper 5.6 with the monkey nuts. Mm-hmm. Dog. So this is where this is birthed from. So this is not what you want to say. You want to say, hey, do you have an AR 5.56 with a drum magazine?
Dual drum.
Can we show them?
Yeah, show them. That's what I said. I was tapping you earlier. Show them. So when somebody says chopper 5.6 with the monkey nuts, for you salesmen and consumers that don't know what that is,
Clear, right?
Yep, clear firearm. We showing you guys because we're being politically correct for you. We know that we're going to be safe. Fuck somebody who don't think that we're safe. Okay, let's go. Empty magazine.
Monkey nuts.
Monkey nuts.
Chopper 5.6. Monkey nuts.
Chopper 5.6 with the monkey nuts.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So this is what he was talking about, chopper 5.6 with the monkey nuts. Even though because we speak that kind of language, I know what he was talking about. This is not how you want to come to a gun shop and talk to people. It's not.
No.
It's nothing. You could have said an AR 5.56 and with a drum magazine, and we would have understood exactly what you was talking about, and you would have saved yourself some embarrassment.
Well, you're lucky you talked to a black guy because the white guy wouldn't have known what the fuck.
Well, he
was
asked
about.
the white guy. He asked Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he asked Kevin. And Kevin looked like he fucking saw an alien.
Like, what?
What the fuck is this?
What?
What the fuck is this talking about? You know.
Yeah. Slang and terminology. Come in there. We talked about it. We touched on it earlier. Know your manufacturer. Know what you have. Know what's going on, because it makes you even seem more intelligent. Well, you got to play the role until you get it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Let me give you an example real quick.
Okay.
And this is why I get upset with adults, right? So a person transfer a gun to our shop, right? All right. So for those who don't know what transfer means, that means you went online, you was looking for a firearm, you purchased a firearm online, you chose us as a FFL transfer. You had the gun shipped to us, and then you came and picked the gun up. Okay. So that's a lot of steps, right?
Right.
So now when you come to pick the firearm up, you say, hey, I'm here to pick up a gun. So I ask you, all right, can I get your license, your driver's license? We got a carry permit. Let me get that as well. Mm-hmm. And what kind of firearm was it?
Right.
It's a 9mm. I'm trying to be specific. You've been in the back room. We got 1,000 guns back there.
Right.
I'm trying to get specific so I can go straight to the firearm. What kind of 9mm? 9mm. So you mean to tell me you went online, you searched this gun, looked this gun up, paid for this gun, chose us as your FFL, paid for this gun, you did all that, and now when it's time to pick it up, you don't know what you purchased. That's a problem.
That's a real serious.
And that's what we here to correct. That can't happen.
Yeah. We can, let's see. I think I had scratched one of them out, but I think it's kind of like perception, right? Coming in and trying to buy something for somebody else.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I think we got a couple of minutes. I think we can kind of touch on it. Ammunition, whatever like that. Husband might tell a wife to stop by and get some ammo from the gun store, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with that.
Correct.
But to the salesman, and I think I'm trying to help them out, right? To the salesman, it seems weird if you say, hey, I need some shotgun shells, and you don't know, and he's like, hey, what do you need on the phone?
But ammo is not so bad, right?
Right.
Because we let it slide. There's no 4473 attached to that, right?
Right.
So there's no foul attached to that. It's when it's a firearm. So if you come in and you say, hey, I want to pick up some ammo for my husband, and you be like, hey, what kind of firearm is it? She confused. That's not the issue. It's the issue when it's a firearm involved. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you come in to pick up a firearm and you don't know what firearm that you took the time to order, that's the issue. And these are the issues that we're trying to get rid of. If you don't know what firearm you ordered, we got
the question comes up, do they know, and they would be asking themselves in their head is, hey, do they know, is this them? Is this the person who ordered it?
Or should you be carrying a gun right? It's your responsibility to know. If I go online and I purchase something, I know what I purchased. So when it comes to my house or when I'm looking for it, I know exactly to go on my email and look for, hey, I bought a holster from QVO. Shout out to QVO, Quick Violent Over Tactical. I bought a holster from QVO, so I'm going to my email. I'm looking for that particular email. I know what I purchased.
Right.
So,
Okay. So
know your shit.
All right. So to finalize on that real quick, just know your shit. Like you said, I got to back that up. And seem, fake it till you make it. Right. I don't want you to fake it.
No.
Right. But I want you to have some semblance of what you need to say and how you need to say it.
Yeah.
The slang doesn't fly.
But this is why we're here to help people,
Yeah.
right? So you don't have to go through that.
Yep.